In the intricate landscape of Texas politics, where power dynamics and personal relationships often intertwine, certain figures rise to prominence, shaping the state's narrative and influencing its future. Among these influential figures, Ken and Angela Paxton have long stood out as a power couple, their names synonymous with conservative values and political ambition. Their journey together has been one of shared goals, mutual support, and unwavering dedication to their vision for Texas. Ken Paxton holds the esteemed position of Attorney General, serving as the state's top lawyer and legal representative. He is responsible for upholding the laws of Texas, defending the state in legal battles, and providing legal guidance to state agencies and officials. Simultaneously, Angela Paxton serves as a Texas state senator, representing her constituents and advocating for their interests in the legislative arena. As a senator, she plays a crucial role in shaping state policies, debating legislation, and voting on matters that impact the lives of Texans. Their partnership has seamlessly blended public service and personal life, creating a unique dynamic where their individual roles complement and reinforce each other. Together, they have navigated the complexities of the political world, supporting each other's endeavors and sharing in both triumphs and challenges. This has solidified their position, making them fixtures in conservative circles, where they are admired for their commitment to traditional values and their unwavering stance on key issues. They have become influential voices within the Republican Party, shaping the political discourse and mobilizing support for their shared agenda. Married for an impressive 38 years, their relationship has been a cornerstone of their public image, showcasing a bond that has withstood the test of time and the pressures of political life. Together, they built a family, raising their children while simultaneously supporting each other's burgeoning political ambitions. Their family life has often been presented as a testament to their values and a reflection of their commitment to building a strong foundation for future generations. Angela, drawing upon her background as a teacher, transitioned into the political arena, ultimately becoming a senator in 2018, bringing her passion for education and her dedication to public service to the Texas Senate. Ken's career followed a similar trajectory, leading him from the Texas legislature, where he honed his political skills and built a strong network, to his current role as Attorney General, a position he assumed in 2014. Their public image has been carefully cultivated, centered on shared conservative values and a strong Christian faith, resonating with a significant segment of the Texas electorate. They have consistently emphasized the importance of faith, family, and freedom in their public pronouncements and political platforms. The Paxtons' 4 children and family life have been prominently featured in their political campaigns and public appearances, often highlighted as examples of traditional values, reinforcing their image as a family deeply rooted in Texas traditions and committed to upholding those values. For many supporters, they symbolized stability and moral conviction, representing a steadfast commitment to principles that resonate with their own beliefs and values. Their united front, both on the campaign trail and in their respective roles in government, made them a formidable force in Texas Republican politics, commanding respect and wielding considerable influence. But beneath the carefully constructed surface of their public persona, their journey, like that of any prominent political figure, was undoubtedly more complex and nuanced than it appeared to the outside world. Understanding their individual roles and their shared history is key to grasping the full impact of their recent announcement, which has sent shockwaves through the Texas political landscape. Their partnership, both personal and political, has undeniably set the stage for a dramatic turn of events, leaving many to wonder about the future of their individual careers and the implications for Texas politics as a whole. The news of their separation would soon shock not only their loyal supporters, but also the wider political world, raising questions about the future of their political alliance and the impact on the state's political landscape. The announcement of Angela Paxton seeking a divorce after nearly 40 years stunned Texas. Her statement cited biblical grounds, signaling a serious breach rooted in her faith. In conservative Christian circles, this phrase points to infidelity or abandonment, rarely invoked lightly. Angela's choice of words made clear this was a decision reached after deep reflection and prayer. The timing, following intense scrutiny of Ken Paxton, added to the shock. For a couple known for their faith and family values, the divorce marked a dramatic end to their public partnership. Angela's decision suggested a final, insurmountable breach. The use of biblical grounds invited speculation, but also underscored her moral conviction. the private crisis instantly became a matter of public debate. Ken Paxton's career, from its outset, has been anything but conventional. It's been marked by a series of high-profile controversies that have consistently placed him under intense scrutiny. His tenure as Texas Attorney General has been a roller coaster, defined by both political victories and significant legal challenges. These controversies have not been limited to the political arena. They've extended into the courtroom, resulting in numerous legal battles that have tested the boundaries of his power and influence. One of the most persistent shadows hanging over his career is a securities fraud indictment, which he's faced since 2015. These are serious allegations, accusing him of misleading investors and potentially violating securities laws. The case has been mired in legal complexities and delays, adding to the ongoing cloud of uncertainty surrounding his leadership. Despite this very serious indictment and the ethical questions it raises, he's remarkably remained in office, continuing to serve as the state's top legal officer. His dedicated supporters have consistently dismissed the charges as nothing more than politically motivated attacks, framing them as attempts by his opponents to undermine his authority and damage his reputation. They see him as a victim of a biased system. However, the legal challenges didn't end there. In 2023, Paxton faced an even greater threat to his position. He was impeached by the Texas House of Representatives. The impeachment proceedings were based on a series of serious charges, including bribery, abuse of office, and dereliction of duty. These accusations painted a picture of an official who had allegedly used his position for personal gain and violated the public trust. Central to the impeachment case were explosive claims of an extramarital affair, which added a layer of personal scandal to the already complex legal and political drama. Further fueling the impeachment were allegations that Paxton had used his office to provide favors for a wealthy donor, raising serious questions about conflicts of interest and ethical conduct. Adding another layer of complexity to the proceedings, AngelaPaxton, Ken Paxton's wife and a Texas state senator, was present in the Senate chamber throughout the trial. Due to her position as his spouse, she was unable to participate in the vote on her husband's fate, creating a visibly awkward and tense atmosphere within the Senate. Ultimately, Ken Paxton was acquitted by the Senate, narrowly avoiding removal from office. However, the trial brought a flood of damaging allegations into the public sphere, exposing details of his personal and professional life that had previously been shielded from scrutiny. The impeachment trial and its aftermath laid bare deep rifts and divisions within the Texas Republican Party, highlighting the internal struggles for power and influence. The entire saga cast a long and undeniable shadow over the Paxtons' marriage, raising questions about the personal toll of such intense public scrutiny and legal battles. This backdrop of persistent scandal and public drama inevitably set the stage for their subsequent personal split, marking a significant turning point in both their individual lives and their shared political narrative. AngelaPaxton's divorce statement was both personal and resolute. She described a long process of prayer and reflection, ultimately concluding her marriage covenant had been broken. Without detailing specifics, she alluded to a betrayal of trust fundamental to her faith. Her message was clear. This was not a hasty decision, but one made with conviction. Angela asked for privacy for her family, reminding the public of the real pain behind the headlines. She expressed love for her children and a desire to shield them from further scrutiny. The statement marked her emergence as an independent figure, committed to her role as senator. It balanced sorrow with strength, faith with a new sense of self. Angela's words signaled both an ending and a new beginning. Ken Paxton responded with a statement of sorrow and regret. He acknowledged the divorce as a painful development, expressing hope for reconciliation. Ken emphasized their shared faith, suggesting it could still guide them toward healing. He praised Angela as a wife and mother, aiming to avoid public conflict. His statement was general, omitting the specific reasons behind Angela's decision. By focusing on pain and hope, he sidestepped the allegations that had surfaced. The approach was strategic, seeking to manage public perception. Ken's words left many questions unanswered, but projected a sympathetic image. The end of their partnership was acknowledged without blame. AngelaPaxton's role as the wife of Ken Paxton during Ken's impeachment trial placed her in an unprecedented and intensely scrutinized position. The eyes of Texas, and indeed the nation, were upon her. It was uniquely challenging, a tightrope walk between her personal loyalties and her public duties. As a state senator, representing the people of Texas, She was required to attend the proceedings, a constant reminder of the accusations leveled against her husband. She was obligated to sit and listen to testimony, often deeply personal and damaging, about her husband's alleged affair, a betrayal laid bare for all to see. The trial also included detailed accounts of his alleged misuse of office, adding another layer of complexity and public shame to the situation. Due to the obvious conflict of interest, she was recused from voting on the articles of impeachment, highlighting the irreconcilable conflict between her personal and professional lives, a situation few could truly understand. Despite the immense pressure, Angela maintained a stoic composure throughout the trial, a mask that hid the turmoil within. Her silence in the Senate chamber became a powerful symbol, speaking volumes about the impossible position she was in. The trial's testimony was a brutal collision of personal betrayal, a marital crisis playing out on a very public stage. This was intertwined with a sprawling political scandal, creating a toxic atmosphere for everyone involved. Observers and commentators endlessly speculated about her inner thoughts and feelings as she sat through the agonizing ordeal, a silent figure in a drama not of her making. In hindsight, her unwavering presence now seems less like support and more like a final excruciating test of a strained marriage already buckling under immense public pressure and private turmoil. The entire experience foreshadowed, with grim inevitability, the eventual and perhaps unavoidable decision to divorce, signaling the end of an era. Angela's carefully constructed public stoicism, a shield against the relentless scrutiny, likely masked a profound and deeply painful private reckoning with the state of her marriage and her future. The impeachment trial was far more than just a political spectacle, a circus of media attention and public outrage. It was, at its core, a deeply personal ordeal for Angela Paxton, a crisis that would ultimately reshape her life. It marked the definitive beginning of the end, the unraveling of a relationship under the harshest possible spotlight, for what was once the seemingly solid foundation of the Paxtons' marriage. The Paxtons' divorce sent shockwaves through Texas politics. Supporters expressed sadness, seeing it as a private matter unfairly politicized. Critics viewed Angela's biblical grounds as confirmation of Ken's alleged misconduct. The divorce became a new front in debates over character and leadership. Media coverage focused on the implications for Ken's political future. Some predicted a loss of support among religious conservatives. Others doubted his base would abandon him. The Texas GOP, already divided by impeachment, faced new internal tensions. The personal crisis quickly became political ammunition. The Paxtons' private pain was now a public spectacle. At its core, the Paxtons' divorce is a family tragedy played out in public. For their 4 children, the end of their parents' marriage is deeply personal. Angela's request for privacy underscored the human cost behind the headlines. The family must navigate this transition under relentless scrutiny. Their carefully crafted image as a united, faith-driven family is now forever changed. The divorce forces a redefinition of their family's identity. Political life's pressures have taken a heavy toll. The Paxton story is a stark reminder of how public roles can strain private lives. Their journey forward will be watched by many, but lived in private. The Paxtons' divorce has major implications for Texas politics. Ken's reliance on religious conservatives may be tested by the circumstances of the split. Angela, now independent, could chart a new course in the Senate. Their separation creates awkward dynamics in state leadership. The divorce will shape narratives in upcoming elections, offering new lines of attack for opponents. Ken may try to rally his base by framing himself as embattled. The story highlights how personal conduct can have public consequences. Texas politics, already polarized, will feel the impact of this high-profile breakup. The Paxtons' legacy and the state's political future are now intertwined with the fallout from their very public split.